he says that because of those decisions, quote, these attempts to justify abortion through appeals to a broad right to autonomy and to define one's concept of existence prove too much because, and I Phineas am being serious right now, those criteria at a high level of generality could license fundamental rights to illicit drug use, prostitution, and the right. Fucking yeah, dude, let's party. Like, yeah, okay, let's let people fucking get high with shit that, like, it's not cut with anything weird. Fine. That's fine, right?
If they let it happen, like, I mean, sex workers, for example, that demand is obviously not going away if
never.
political scandals are any indication. Just, so just
Well,
make it
and like,
safe for them and make it normal so that you can stop getting caught in the act and pretending to be sorry about it.
yeah, and I'm not even saying let's decriminalize sex. I'm saying let's decriminalize not all the drugs, bunch of drugs, probably. I'll meet you part way. I have a thing about meth. But like, let's regulate it. It's fine. You can't do heroin with your babies. That's a much better law.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not pro decriminalizing sex work. I'm pro legalizing sex work. I am pro brothels that are inspected with like laws about how you have to treat the workers. I am talking about regular government funded testing. I am talking about like the whole thing. Let's keep our sex workers safe.
Get OSHA involved so they can
Yeah,
keep
that's what I'm
things
saying.
careful and
Yeah, like let's like it should be its own kind of crime. Like you should get hit for both a business contract violation and assault if you hurt a sex. The contract is for XYZ. If you go outside of XYZ, you don't just get sexual assault, you get sexual assault and fucking RICO. Like, let's fucking go. Because all they do is they just make it a more and more dangerous world for sex workers to participate in, but then they do shit like this that makes it more and more likely that people are going to have to turn to sex work in order just to live and function. You can't have it both ways. So let's protect our sex workers from the government, from dangerous customers. And you know what, as a society, well, I'm here because fuck this, I'm on this soapbox now. As a society, can we quit shaming people for using sex workers? You can't support sex workers and not support them getting business. It doesn't make you cool to be like, yeah, I support sex workers, but fuck that guy for getting an escort. No, you don't get to do that because that is not supporting sex workers. That's being a liar and a bad ally to sex workers if you're like, hey, fuck that guy because he went to he got a stripper, but I support her for being able to do what she wants. No, you don't, because if you did, you'd fucking advertise for her so she can get some fucking money because a bitch gotta eat.
yeah. I mean, I don't have anything to add to that. It's true. It's it's hypocrisy.
It is. And I feel like the majority of sex workers are women, which is why I focus on women. But like when I say
Well,
sex workers, all of them, all of the like, not like no, all sex workers. I just got on one and said women because I wasn't thinking about my words. I was just having emotions into a microphone. And you know what? Also, speaking of 1910, he tries to say that shit like prostitution isn't deeply rooted in our history because that's what he keeps appealing to. But 1910, that same time that he referred to, is when prostitution became federally illegal. It was federally legal to be a sex worker until 1910, which seems a lot more deeply rooted in our fucking history than 1300s their 13th century Anglo-Saxony. Unless you only see the country as white. Which he does, because he's a fucking asshole.
yeah, I was like, well, I mean, obviously.
Also, if we want to appeal to things that are deeply rooted in our history, how about we recognize the fact that the country was built on the backs of slaves, the Chinese, and prostitutes, and we actually do something with that shit. I want restitution for the descendants of Chinese immigrants who were killed working on the railroads. I want restitution for every black person. There's this weird thing of like, well, no, only black people who can show that they were descended from slaves.
You
Fuck
can't
you.
show shit.
They didn't keep a lot of birthing records, motherfucker. If they did, it was like a horse pedigree, you son of a bitch. No, all black people, because you know what? All black people suffer because of the chain of events that come from slavery. It's not a descendant only issue when all black people are made to suffer for it. So fucking for black people. And then, you know what? Lost wages for sex workers. Restitution for everybody. Fuck it.
I can't add anything to it because you said
Sorry, I'm having some feelings about
clearly.
some stuff. This is what it's like to live with me. So like something I get off, something sets me off and I'm yeah.
Big differences between you and I where I guess you projected out.
Yeah, I have Kyle Rittenhouse was a hero, Trump 20 hearing me scream all this because my window's open because